In this day and age, mortals no longer fear the afterlife. They have been so narcissistic and are unable to fathom the great expanse any longer. They all come to this place surprised in its existence, even though the evidence is left on every corner of every realm. They all cry and scream the same excuses, claiming ignorance as though being uninformed might save them from their fate. No mortal has stepped into the realm of the underworld willingly, not with their lives still intact. I, the god of balance, of death and life, keeper of the abyss, wanted to tell you this story. The story of the brave souls that came to collect the mortal brought here by a commonplace Balor. It is the story of Meincoia, an adventuring group turned into lawful assassins, claiming to be my most devout followers. This is their story.
And welcome to our very first Meincoia stream. I, as always, am your host, Daniel Doc Gentry, and I'm joined by a few players. Players, if you would introduce thyselves.
Hello, my name is Mike. Thank you for having me along on this adventure. Very excited to be a part of it.
Who are you going to be playing tonight, Mike?
I am playing a drow rogue named Viking.
Oh, Dave, you popped up on there. Go ahead and introduce yourself and your character.
Okay, Dave. Thanks for having me as well. And I am Flynn, the Dwarven Barbarian.
And Shane, go ahead and unmute yourself and introduce yourself.
Thank you for having me join with you guys. My name is Shane, and I'm going as a Help Dwarf Cleric, and the name is Ulfgar Fireforge.
It's been a long time since I've been up on this, so thank you guys for your patience. I've had moving. I am now in the Seattle area. I have injuries now. I don't know how to walk downstairs. But I am going to get back in the driver's seat of things. So you've heard our intro. Our players have not. Unless they're watching on the stream, which is bad. You guys have kind of given us the name and what your characters are, but if you could give me one more thing, is why are your characters in Sind?
So Viking is in Sind because he is on the path of retribution, seeking to cleanse his history of evil and violence, and he believes that Sind, and perhaps the road of Gomo, can lead him to justice.
Don't be shy.
Okay, I'll go. Flynn is actually part of a tribe of barbarians who are rather barbaric, I guess. No pun intended. But they happened to come upon a... pull up my character sheet and remind myself. Sorry, 1 second. Come upon a village that his tribe decided to pretty much come down upon and loot, and his morality, as much morality as a barbarian has, wouldn't allow him to do that, so he went against his tribe, and he was beaten and left for dead almost because of it. Picked himself up and dusted himself off, and doesn't really know where to start to rebuild himself, so to speak, and so he just kind of happens upon the town by chance.
Oh, interesting. You know it's in the middle of the desert. Like
Okay.
a very large desert. So we'll work that in. I could see that being an accident from a barbarian. Shane, you want to go ahead? And then I saw Jason snuck in too.
All right. He's priest for Gomo. He just wants to spread the word of Gomo and just to help the poor and try to help as much as he can.
All right, Jason. I saw you're here. Welcome.
Yes.
Your
yes.
character, what your character is, what they look like, and how they ended up in Sind.
I am Jax Deathsworn. I am a paladin of Gomo. Um, Visually, uh, he is um, he's about 6 foot. He's about 22 years of age, average weight about 185 or so, black hair, blue eyes. He has he wound up in sin because of he grew up in a um, kind of a little like shack out in the middle of nowhere, and the cult of Gomo found that or suspected rather, that his parents were worshiping the god of justice and protection, Hjolmir, and not Gomo, and they were consequently slain for their under false pretenses. And Jax escaped, only to find himself at the doorstep of the very temple of the cult which killed his family. He was taken in by a priest raised by the teachings of the church, and became a devout follower of Gomo, and he is hiding essentially within the following of Gomo to stay alive, essentially, and hide from the cult of Gomo.
All right. So you all are at Gomo's temple. You all are wearing just black clothes, pants, tunic, and robe. Nobody can see everybody else's faces. You are starting in the town of Sind. It is a desert town in the land of Cremoria. No one comes here unless they're either born of the desert or they're hiding from their pasts. You have all been gathered by a beautiful elven woman, of slender build, a powerful demeanor, Sylvana Tremendora. You just know her as Selviana. And once the last of you shows up, she says, Meincoia is an ancient organization, lost into the ages. When followers of Gomo became complacent and began to move from the old ways, it was lost to the winds. But I have found the ancient temple site. For the last decade, I have been studying the glyphs and runes, learning for what needs to happen. I know through my studies that I cannot be the voice. His servants to... I'm sorry. I cannot be Meincoia, his servants, to enact his will. So I sought out each of you, and I feel Gomo has given it to you to be his reincarnated Meincoia, his mortal reach into this chaotic land. You will be his servants and will obey his wishes at every turn. If you are still willing to take the oath and become the elite, please follow me. She turns and walks into a door behind her, opposite of where you entered.
Viking, without hesitation, studies the other three for just a brief moment and is the first one behind Sylviana.
Jax, being a devout follower of Gomo, doesn't hesitate, doesn't even think twice, just follows suit.
Flynn, who's not good at thinking, just follows along.
That's the room of Gomo. It's the room of Gomo. I'm just looking and seeing some of the faces that I haven't seen.
The door's about to close, Shane. What's your character going to do?
Door's about to close. Just rush and see these guys. At this point.
You enter into a darkened hallway, and you're led by Salviana down a flight of stairs that obviously weren't there at the construction of the temple. You travel down into the caverns that seem as if they were dug and supported with haste. Everybody give me an investigation roll.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ah,
Strong start.
there we go.
Jason.
So, Viking and Jason's character, you guys are a little worried of the construction. It almost looks like it's going to fall at any time. Algar and Flynn both know that it is very well supported. It looks like it was done in haste, but it was done with great professionalism. It is built really well. It is lit with the bare minimum of torches to illuminate the area. And as you reach the end of the tunnel, you see before you what looks like suspended black water standing vertically within an 8-foot ring made of pure glistening onyx. Sylviana stops and turns at the edge of the watery aperture. The Dark Father will demand of you your lives. If you pass through the Assordia and refuse to take the oaths, so I must ask you individually before you step in one final question. And of course, she motions to Viking because he's first down. And she asks, are you willing to live a life that may be taken away from you at a moment's notice to follow and serve the Dark Father Gomo, Lord of the Afterlife?
Viking faces Sylviana and says slowly and calmly, without question.
She motions you to proceed. The next person, I believe, was Jax.
Yes.
And Jax, she'll say the same thing to you. Are you willing to live a life that may be taken away from you at a moment's notice to follow and serve the Dark Father Gomo, Lord of the Afterlife?
I place my hand across my chest and nod and respond back to her with, I've lived my life in service of Gomo from now until the end.
She motions you through. Olgar, without thinking, came through. She asks, are you willing to live a life that may be taken away from you at a moment's notice to follow and serve the Dark Father Gomo, Lord of the Afterlife?
Yes.
And then, Jax would have been, or no, Jax was in there already. I don't know. I missed somebody. I think it might have been Flynn. So we'll ask Flynn, are you willing to live a life that may be taken away from you at a moment's notice to follow and serve the Dark Father Gomo, Lord of the Afterlife?
This is no different than tribe life. So, yes.
As each of you enters and exits the aperture, I need a perception roll. You all end up in darkness. Even if you have dark vision, it does not work.
Perceiving all the dark things, light is nothing.
Wow, we got a 20 on there. All right, so we'll start with Olgar. You realize from the way the sound echoes and the feel and smell of the place, you are in a large stone cavern. The silent sound of rushing water on the outside of the wall tells you that you are nowhere near the town of Send. You are not even sure if you're still in the same realm, let alone on the Isle of Cremoria. Jax and Viking and Dave, which is Flynn. The hint of the salt and stale air, the echoes of the cavern, and the feel of the stone on your feet. You must be in a cave near an ocean. You must have walked through a magic portal of some sorts, and you are sure that this is the long-rumored coast of Cremoria that you have only heard about in children's tales. And then, of course, Flynn gets a little extra. You feel the presence of Gomo himself upon you, like you have been handpicked by the Dark Father himself. This place has his presence, and you can feel his will pulsing through the air here. Sylvina, her voice piercing the darkness, says, "You have come to the place of Gomo, created centuries ago to serve his will. Kneel where you are and extend your dominant hand." Is anybody's character left-handed? Okay, good. Are you all going to kneel and... Well, okay, fine. Then your character's left-handed.
Yeah.
So you'll extend your left. Everybody else, you're going to kneel and extend your right?
Yes.
I don't think anybody's going to try to cross Gomo if you can't see. In your hand, you could feel a cold, leathery grip of a dagger as your hand grasps the hilt tightly. You feel as though you've lost control of your own hand, and for a moment, as it turns the point of the dagger at your very heart, again the voice of Sylviana cuts through the unforgiving darkness. You must say these words and repeat them in your heart. Crimson rivers grow the greenest fields.
Crimson's rivers grow the greenest fields.
Crimson rivers grow the greenest fields.
Crimson rivers grow the greatest fields.
Algar? All right, we'll just keep going. Just try to keep up, guys.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to repeat if I completely forgot what.
For there to be power, there must be powerless.
For there to be power, there must be powerless.
Powerless. They must be powerless.
For there to be power, there must be powerless.
Only in death is there life.
Only in death is there life.
Only in death is their life.
Death is their life.
She gets a little bit more anxious in her voice. My hands I give that I may be the Dark Father's will.
My hands I give that I may be the Dark Father's will.
My hands I give so that I may be the Dark Father's will.
My hands I give that I might be the Dark Father's will.
My hands. I'm not good at this.
It's all right. If you can't remember, it's cool. Everybody else is. I'm just assuming your character's doing it.
Yeah. He says, yeah. He says, in my hands, what everybody else is saying.
My heart I give that I might feel the Dark Father's will.
In my heart I feel that I may give the Dark Father's will.
My heart feels Dark Father.
My mind I give that I may hear the Dark Father's will.
My mind I give that I may hear the Dark Father's will.
Flynn is starting to look confused and blank.
My soul I give that I may be embraced by the Dark Father himself.
My soul
I give that I may be embraced by the Dark Father himself.
Yeah, ditto.
Same.
As you reach the end of those words, your hands drive the tip of the daggers into each one of your chests, carving out the perfect emblem of the skull of Gomo. The room illuminates in your eyes, and you realize nothing has changed, except the Dark Father is with you. You feel in your heart and your mind that only the truly devoted of Gomo may gaze upon this place. Immediately, you can see and feel that your wounds have been healed, and that the dagger is gone, leaving only the blinding mark of the skull of Gomo. You seem to be in a great hall. There are many stone tables and chairs here, all carved from the stone in vertical arrangements on the floor, which lead to where you are. Behind you, a stone wall. The assatorier is there as well. Before you, there's a stone table with elegant design chiseled upon them, and 5 chairs. All 5 of a higher stature and importance than the ones on the other tables on the floor. And the one in the middle is designed to be seen as a skull when looked at from the front, and it is stationed in the middle of the other 4 chairs. The hall looks as though it was carved yesterday for this moment, but remembering the stories of the times before, you know that this room is actually ancient. There are 2 paths out of this room in the rear, one to the left and one to the right. Sorry, I had to flip a page. The left exits into a hallway that Sylvania will walk with you into. It is a complete circle, and there are 5 doors on the inside of the hall and 35 on the outside. And you automatically know this must be a living area. So I need everybody to give me 2 d20 rolls added together. And somebody rolled a 5, right? Or I mean a 20. There it is. Yeah, go ahead and roll that out. I had something for somebody rolling a 20.
What are the odds of that?
Let's see, 19, 21. Dave, you need to roll 2 d20s. You just rolled 20. You told us to roll 20.
There we go.
There you go. 10 and 18. Those will 11. Shane, I thought you already. Oh, you got it. 29. Okay. So those will be your room numbers. Anybody get the same ones? Nope. 29, 10. Got it. Darn, nobody rolled a 2 to a 5. As you walk around the circle, when you come to the room number, it opens for you. Sylviana says, there is 1 bed, 1 dresser, a nightstand, a chest with a key in it. Each room has the same possessions, and you will find your actual possessions in the room. If you will enter in and change, meet me in the main hall. Take your time, get acquainted, and I will explain the training room to you as best I can. She walks around with you counterclockwise, and as each one of the doors opens, you go into your own rooms, and sure enough, your stuff is there in your pack on your bed, and you have time.
Viking will change out of the dark clothes that he's wearing and put on his other dark clothes that he's already sweat into.
Okay.
I'll go into my room, go ahead and slide my armor and everything on, and don all my equipment. And
Flynn does the same. Being a barbarian, doesn't wear armor, so he puts on his stinky loin cloths and picks up his axe.
All right.
I'll go into my room and put on my equipment and get ready.
All right.
Pick up the key too.
Sure, yeah. You're more than welcome to use it. You have a sense that you might not need it, but you never ever know.
He always expects that. I never know when he needs anything. So. He'll put the key in his pocket.
All right. And you guys all come out to the middle room, I'm guessing.
Yep.
She takes you to the right, and it opens into a large training room. Everything imaginable that you can need to hone your skills, no matter your class, you can find in this room. And it has 4 doors on either side of it. 2 doors on either side of it, 4 extra doors. She says, these doors you will notice as you approach. The first person to the door's name will appear on the door. It will change magically, and it will be ready for you to train when it is time for you to learn something new. They will call you as you are needed. You may also use these rooms to practice anything that you want. There are magical safeties in place. You could spar without holding back and without killing each other. This is yours. I will call you when dinner's ready. And she turns her back to you and starts heading back out to the main chamber.
I step up to the door.
I step up to the door.
As you guys come up to your doors, they do show your name above them, and you can hear what sounds like stone moving behind. As soon as it goes silent, the door will open for you. As each of you enters, because I'm just going to guess you're doing it, you will notice it is a training room specifically made for whatever class you are. It seems to know what weapons you use.
I look over and say, who wants to spar?
So are they 4 separate rooms?
There are 4 separate rooms. 2
Got
on
2
the
walls.
north side, 2 on the south side. You entered into the middle of like the east section.
So they're not connected. It's not like we're sparring against each other.
Well, you can go into the rooms to try to, but there's a huge room in the middle of this. Let me see if I can give you guys a better idea on Roll20. I think I tried to do a map for you. Let's see if I did it.
Jeez. Oh, jeez. Things are changing. Oh, my. Oh, it's this.
That's the main chamber and the training area.
Oh, okay.
I could not find circular rooms, so I was working on it, I promise.
I want to actually enter the training room.
What was that?
I want to go into the training room. I'm just trying to figure out where that's located.
Okay. You're in the training room. The big room is the training room. And if people want to spar, they are more than welcome to spar in there.
We're all there, right?
Except for anybody in a room.
All right. The one wearing the dirty line cloth with no armor. Do you want to spar?
Sure. I don't back down.
All right. Let's see how you can do.
I gotta see this.
All right, roll initiative.
All right.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wait. Where's the character?
If you're using your sheet, you just have to hit where it says initiative.
Yep.
I
Getting used to all this.
You attempt to use a roll command, look for a value select. Okay. Alright.
Battle music. Dun 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 dun.
Okay.
Do you need battle music? I can find battle music.
Is mine not good enough? Is that what you're saying?
No, that was good.
Oh, thanks.
My initiative button's broken.
I believe it's because there's no tokens on the board.
That's what I did, so I had to do it. Had to do the dice roller for it. So I rolled a 9.
How's that for battle music?
hear nothing.
All right, so I got 9 and 22.
Thanks.
Dave, what's your character's name again? Jax?
Gwen.
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 Flint.
And hearing that music, I immediately go into a rage.
That's fine, because you get to act first anyway. Shane, what's your character's name again?
Ulfgar.
Oh, that's right.
And I'm telling him, do your best. Give me your best shot. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So Flynn is up. He goes into a rage. That's a bonus action.
Am I within distance to swing at him?
If you guys were sparring, you'd be within 15 feet of each other, I think.
All right.
You know what? Just make fun. I'll be in his 5-foot range, just to make it easy for him. 'Cause I know he might flip and miss.
Before you guys go any further, thanks Ben Quinn for letting me use Modern Day Prometheus. I love this song. Does a 9 hit you, Ulfgar?
Nope. Now my swing.
Solid.
I think I'm having the same issue here.
So everybody on the outside, you see Flynn swing his great axe, and does Ulfgar carry a shield?
Yeah.
Okay, then it gets deflected by the shield, and then you see Ulfgar swing totally where Flynn's not.
Yeah.
With all the deftness of a lumpy dwarf.
And these are Gomo's elite.
But Flynn's up again unless Ulgar's gonna try to run away.
No, he's staying. He's staying. Yeah, 18. That's actually the same as my AC.
Oh look, it hits.
Yeah, it does.
I don't think this takes into account my rage.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 14 slashing. What's your hit points at level 1 there, big guy?
It's 12.
You guys see Flynn nail him with the battle axe. It sends him flying, and you do see blood splurt out, but then it just seems like everything freezes for a second, and then they're both standing there unharmed.
I probably felt that. I'm like, good hit. Now,
I look bewildered and angry, and there's drool coming out.
You know what? Let me show you a real good hit.
You just lost, and you know you lost.
I know.
So you don't get another swing.
That's how it's done, little one.
But then you hear, "My followers, the time has come to find your voice and prove your loyalty to the Dark Lord. Gather your equipment, head to the main hall, and once the portal is activated, your next destination will await. Your second trial will be laid before you, and your voice will be found."
I wipe the froth away and leave the room.
You all hear it in your heads, but there is nobody around, and you've never heard that voice before in your life.
I wipe the froth, looking confused, and leave the room.
I head out of the training hall and down the hallway towards the main hall.
Viking follows the two that seem to know where they're going.
I'll go with them.
As the last person comes into the Great Hall, well, you kind of enter in as a team. You are staring at the portal, and Sylvania is sitting in the middle chair of the 5 with notes spread out everywhere. She sees you walk in and she jumps out of the chair and says, "What's going on? Did you hear something? Is something happening?" And as she stands before the portal, it starts to spin, and sparks of solid silver seem to come from it. It bursts out as Sylvania approaches it, looking amazed, and says, "I wonder what this." The horizon of it envelops her. Her piercing screams fade into a gurgling noise and vanish, leaving a silver shimmer across the portal. You all walk up to the portal, and as you feel the symbol on your chest warm up, you are emboldened and walk into the portal, and the hall becomes deathly quiet with no soul there. That is Act 1. We will go into Act 2, but I will give you guys a few seconds here if somebody's got a tinkle.
I'll be actually back.
That's what I thought. Peeing is always a thing. And if you're playing Dungeons and Dragons out there, DM Doc's going to tell you, make sure you put in smoke breaks and pee breaks or people are going to get pissed.
Pee bottle. I might get my poop sock later, though.
Wow.
We're having a lot of drop frame rate, so people are going to have to see this later. And the reason is because I'm running on a buddy system and he's running his stuff first. I have a house. I'm waiting for Comcast to come and fill it with internets.
So I think the real question here is what happened to your leg? I saw some pictures. I didn't see the whole story.
All right. So my buddy offered up his house. I've been staying here while I've been looking for a house. Right before I closed on the house, I was taking everything to a storage unit to give him some of his space back because he has been super nice. It took a lot longer than I thought it would, and I was just trying to make things a little bit more convenient by moving things out of the house. Well, as I was walking down the stairs, I had my sound box with me, and I couldn't see the stairs, and I for some odd reason, missed both of the last stairs. When I did, my left leg went all the way out, my right leg came all the way back. I heard a huge snap, and I fell to the ground. Because my legs are really strong. I actually had thought that I went to brace myself and might have broke my femur. So then, upside down on a driveway, I called 911.
Oh.
And it turns out that I just sprained 2 of my 4 quads. And very badly sprained them. They were almost going to they were going to look at it because they thought I might have ripped them all the way off.
Wow. So are you up and walking now?
As long as I attach the brace fully, I am. I can't. So say my wrist is my knee. I can't push my foot forward like this. My shin just hangs there, and if I try to go forward, it actually goes back.
Wow.
So good times, right?
Yeah, that sounds.
Nothing torn or broken, just badly sprained.
Sprained is torn. So, yeah, it's torn sprain is torn, just not all the way through. That's the good part. See, if it's torn, it's all the way through. But if it's sprained, it's torn, but not all the way through. But I guess it was really bad. Like, it swelled up to almost, I don't know, it was almost like a small bowling ball. I've been through 2 sizes of knee braces already.
Yeah.
But
it sounds kind of like when I hurt my knee. I completely ripped my PCL in half and had to have complete reconstruction surgery. And I've got that's actually what I was doing at the beginning of the stream while you were talking, was taking off my brand new custom brace.
Oh, see, I wish I had a done, Joy. I think it would make things a little easier on me.
You took your armor off before you went into battle?
I took my armor off before I put my armor on.
Oh, God. Your armor's not fitted for knee braces.
All right, guys. So we're going to start Act 2 here. And as you emerge from the portal, you find yourself in a very dismal place. It looks like it's nighttime in the desert, but there are no stars. There is no light whatsoever except from what illuminates very poorly on the ground. And you can't see where it comes from. And as you look around, you see all manners of races walking, actually moping around this place. You see some races that you have never seen before. It's a wasteland with hills and rocks as far as you can see, being weaved in and out by these solemn and sometimes wailing souls. All the souls around you scream and scatter from the area. I need a perception roll.
Perceiving all the things.
Not me.
Holy shit, Jax.
Jack sees most of them.
That's how I roll.
Flynn sees none of them.
As people scatter, Jax and Ulfgar will turn around. Ulfgar, will turn around, and you will notice what looks like a giant with their flesh coming off, staring at you behind you. And roll initiative.
Nice. Attack on Titan.
Yeah. All right. I gotta do this manual.
Yeah, not having the tokens on the board is
Strong.
You guys are nailing this.
On glass.
Wow.
Hey, if you're forgetting to put that E in front of there, you're just rolling.
Yeah. I'm getting a lot of. I thought I was getting a lot of 20s. That's way more like my roll.
You got the Wheaton brothers bringing up the rear.
Oh my god.
Not a one of us. Over 10.
5, 5, 6, 7.
Dave did it.
Can I go with my cheat roll?
You guys are pretty lucky that I'm running the standard monsters go last because I'm taking it easy on you at first level here.
That's a nice guy.
Yes,
Good guy,
really
Dan.
nice. Really nice.
Yeah, don't expect it forever. But first to react will be Viking.
All right. Viking will attempt to get behind him.
Give me a stealth roll.
I shall make it so. Stealthy, sneaky, sneaky.
It will work. You seem to him, he just sees 3 guys in front of him.
Okay.
You, with the depth of your knowledge of Drow and the sub-arcana classes that you've seen, you can dip into shadows pretty easily. So,
Sweet. I am actually going to delay my attack until after the big guy draws his attention.
okay.
The big guy being,
Flynn.
yes, Flynn, thank you.
Hey, guess who's up?
Well then,
Flynn with a solid 6 roll.
I'm going to stand squarely and scream at him.
He will scream back. His breath is worse.
Oh. Well then, in that case, I will approach and swing.
All right, let's see what you can do. Oh, a solid hit. Nice. You hit him. It does damage, but it's not doing as much damage as you thought it might.
I'll ask again, is this taking rage damage into account?
I'm looking at your jumps here. It looks like you get 4 damage bonus, so I'm guessing it does.
That's a strength modifier.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's strength mod of 4, and then rage, I believe, is +2 with melee.
We'll give you another. So we'll make it 18 for you. Don't worry about it. Okay. You wanted to delay for that, so go ahead.
Yes, now I shall attack.
You do get your sneak.
Awesome. Everything is awesome. Right, where's the button? There it is. Bing. Bing. Bam. No, just do it.
Yeah, beat it up. Bam.
Just do the thing. Roll the thing. There we go.
26. Nice.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Look at
Got
that,
him.
too. Maxed out on your piercing.
Got him. Yep.
And +3. Where's your... Do you have...
I guess I didn't.
Sneak
I
attack
did
in there?
1d8 plus. Yeah, it's in there. 1d8 plus 1d6
All
plus the 3. So if I'm reading that right, 1d8 is the 7 plus the 1d6 for the sneak plus 4 for the dex, and then the extra 1d8 for the crit is 20 all day.
Okay. Ulfgar and Jax, who has a higher dex bonus?
Mine's 2.
Mine's 0.
So Jax, you're up.
All right. I'm going to pull my great sword off of my back, and I'm going to run in and make an attack.
Oh. Betty Nice, hit with a 24, and that red mark around your slashing means that's minimum damage.
On one of the dice. Rolled a 5 and a 1.
All right. He's still looking like you guys might be cleaving off some of the excess skin, but there's a lot of him left. So, Ulfgar, you are up.
I'm going to use Sacred Glimpse on him.
Okay. What is that for him?
Fine.
Dex? Okay.
Yeah, he does the dexterity saving throw.
That's fine. Do. 21.
Ooh. Ooh.
Nothing happens.
A blinding white light comes down, but it does miss him as he jumps out of the way. He feels the radiating heat. And it is his turn. Let's see here. He's nothing too scary, guys.
You said he's a giant? Is that right?
Yeah. So his first swing is a 10, Flynn, on you, which I'm guessing misses.
It does.
How about a 17?
That one hits.
Just a little bit, huh?
A little bit.
5 slashing as he literally uses his claw to tear through your open, bare chest.
Okay.
And that brings us to the top of the order, which will be Flynn. Oh, I'm sorry, Viking. Vicodin. Wait, what?
I will continue to do the same. Yeah.
You still get your sneak attack.
Sweet. Go, baby, go. Go. Yeah. Not as impressive. Still a big roll.
25 hits, 11. Is that with sneak attack value?
That is.
That's a low one.
Yeah, it was only a 2 on the 1d8.
That sucks. All right.
True.
Is that... Oh, okay, I see. You're using 2 rapiers then?
No, 1 rapier.
Oh, okay.
It's just rolling advantage die automatically.
Yep, it's good. That leaves us up to Flynn, though. So, Flynn, you see your buddy in the back, and, like, he seems to be stabbing it, but even he has a confused look, like maybe something's not happening. You've cleaved at it, taking off a little bit of skin, and you've seen him dodge a radiant bolt of light that came from nowhere.
I'm not the smartest tactician in the world. Usually just beating at something until it drops has worked for me in the past, so I'm going to continue to do that.
True to form.
And not well, though.
And as you swing, he literally moves, and you just catch a piece of his flesh, and it goes flying off. The decayed flesh looks like it's not holding on well anyways. It smells awful, too, by the way. Little... He starts to laugh and says, "Yes, my new toys. Yes, I like it vibrant." It is Jax's turn.
Gonna make another swing with the great sword.
Oh, and it connects.
Wow.
That one, you cleave out quite a bit. It doesn't look like it affected him, but a chunk of him is missing now. Ulfgar, you are up.
I'm gonna try Sacred Flames again.
Oh, I gotta make another roll.
Yeah.
Too bad. Too bad. Too bad. Rooting against you.
Oh, I
Yeah, that's
did
good.
bad.
Okay. So
Yay.
You got me a 1d8 there?
Yeah. There we go. 7.
And a flash of white light now hits him in the chest. He doesn't look too happy about that. What the heck? His first swing will definitely be a miss on Flynn. But I'm guessing an 18 does hit.
Sure does.
And that will be for... Do. 2, 5 damage as he slashes across your chest again. Good thing he's not hitting with that second one, huh?
That's twice, right? Two hits for 5.
Yeah, it's pretty tough.
Yeah.
But Vic in Europe. Am I saying that
So,
right?
what's that?
Is it Viking or Viking?
Viking
Viking.
does so he appears to be decaying, some sort of undead creature, perhaps. Does he have any like crystal things that if I remove it, it'll like fall into pieces or anything on it? I'm trying to perceive a weakness or
So,
some sort of.
Give me a perception.
That I shall do. Perception, PQR, perception. Normal. Big number, big number, big number. Hey.
Hey.
With a 20, you have heard of fleshlings before, but you have never met one before. And looking around, it doesn't look like there are any crystals, though it looks like some of underneath the skin where you've hit seems to close in on itself approximately every 6 seconds.
So,
He may be healing.
Viking will shout to the group, "It seems our damage is not permanent."
So should we just attack all at once then?
Well, technically you are. You're just doing it in order.
Alright.
What about? Is there any sort of like acidic pools that maybe we can throw them into, or is there any environment around us? Is there anything on fire? Is there any something aside from just sticks and stones?
There's not even stones. It's like a flat rock surface about, I don't know, about a mile away from you. There's hills, and behind where you came out, there where you're fighting, where the portal is still floating, it's just a sheer cliff that goes up maybe 200 feet.
How far away is he from the portal?
He seemed to appear near the portal. Your fight took you a couple of steps in front, but he's not like right in the portal. And the portal seems to be not activated.
So you said there's a cliff going up. There's not a cliff going down.
No,
You
it's
can't
a
shove
sheer
it all.
cliff going up.
Well, I believe I have some rope, so I want to see. You said he is. He's a large creature.
He is.
I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna try and tie up his feet or something.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand roll.
Shall do. Skills, sleight of hand. Not proficient. Make it so. Big number. Hey.
17.
Yeah.
I'll give that to you. He's not very agile. So you do. You tie off his feet.
Awesome.
Flynn?
Okay. I'm going to start my turn with a metagame question. I'm a Pathfinder alum, so I'm only now learning 5e. Is he doing bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage? I forgot my rage. Drops me to half damage from those sources, and I've taken 10 so far unmitigated.
It is slashing damage. But here's a question, because you raged in the training room, and that had been a couple hours. Did you rage since you've been here?
No, I haven't. You're
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so yeah, I'm not happy with life at the moment. I'm going to try to probably be some kind of acrobatics check or something to be able to disengage, or can I just disengage and scurry away a bit, make some distance?
See, 5e doesn't work like that, where you get an acrobatics to get out of it. I don't think. I haven't had this question come up. If you try to leave a threatened square, you're going to get an attack of opportunity on you.
Okay, yeah.
The disengage action uses your full action, and it removes you from combat.
That's right. And you haven't done anything, so yes, you could do that.
Yeah, and removes me from combat. I'm still in the combat list. I can heal if possible, or whatever, and then rejoin, or
disengage allows you to get out of the swing, and then you can use and it's a 5-foot move pretty much.
Yeah.
And then you have the rest of your movement to go wherever you need. But
okay, I'm going to do that and back about 20 feet away from him.
okay. Sure. That brings us up to Jax, and Flynn's looking pretty bad, guys.
All right. Do I see him tie up the feet?
Oh, this is a tough one. I need perception at disadvantage because you're not going to be looking at his feet while you're trying to cut him down. Oh, well, you sure? Let's do it with advantage then. Yeah, you did notice it.
All right. So I'm, instead of making an attack with my sword, I'm going to try and jump kick him and knock him down.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
please fail. This would be awesome.
you want an unarmed strike? You want an athletics check? How would you like me to do this?
Yeah, just an unarmed strike we'll give you. Actually, I'm going to need an acrobatics roll. Because you're rolling with a greatsword, so I'm guessing you're a paladin?
I am.
Yeah.
So if I can interject, shoving a creature, you can use the attack action, special melee attack to shove a creature and knock it prone.
He wants to jump up and kick it, though, with heavy armor on.
I'm like drop kicking this guy.
That sounds cooler.
It does.
I'm going Hulk Hogan and just...
So if you pass an acrobatics, I'll even make it DC 10. You pass an acrobatics DC 10.
Nope.
Which you don't. But I'll give you this because it was so awesome. You literally paused this creature in his tracks. He's not going to take an action this round because he's literally like looking at you like, what the hell, dude?
Well done. Mission accomplished.
Ulfgar, you're up, though. Shane.
Yeah.
Ulfgar is up.
Okay. Right now, I'm just looking at the par to see how they're doing.
So
health-wise.
everybody looks okay except for Flynn. He looks like he's taken a couple of really big hits, and he is bleeding from his chest.
Yeah, I see that. I'm gonna use. Where's my spell? There it is. I will use cure wounds.
Sure. So you have to touch him, which it wouldn't be a problem because he's probably running at you like a madman.
Yeah.
And you're going to give him...
That would be 5 hit points because I am a life domain.
Okay. So, yeah, 5 hit points.
Okay.
Yay.
Thank you, sir.
That's why I have to shield like one of those riot peoples.
And again, this guy in front of you is like, ah! What the hell, toy? And that's his whole move. But next up will be Viking.
Okay, so he's prone now?
No. Let's see. Jax is prone.
Well, that didn't work.
Push him onto Jax. What's the worst thing that can happen?
Push him onto me while I'm holding a greatsword up in the air.
Good idea.
I don't think you're going to fall like, and then hold your sword up.
For the shot.
All right, well, can I perceive and see how sturdy this knot is?
You don't need to. You know, you tied it. You are. This is phenomenal knot.
Because I'm the guy.
It dawned.
The elite of Gomo.
The thought dawned on you. Should have been a sailor.
Nice. All right, I'm gonna take it a step further. Now I'm gonna try and tie up. Did I use all 50 feet? I mean, left. Can I tie up his arms?
So at this point, you're trying to tie him up, which is going to be more of a grapple. Only because his arms aren't behind him. I gave you the feet because he's not moving. That would have been easy. Just slide a hand.
Okay.
I like what you're thinking about, though.
I just have this picture in my head of like Star Wars on Hoth, little thing just running circles around his legs. Now I want him to fall over.
I was trying, all right?
Yeah, and I give you props for that.
The funny part is you see him going up for a jump kick, so you do that crouch behind him maneuver. And then you hear thud, and you realize you didn't feel anything, and you kind of look around the legs. And there's Jax just...
Viking will give Jax just this dumbfounded look, like you had one job. One job. All right, well, I will, I'm actually going to, Viking will disengage and make the monster try to move, and hopefully he falls over.
So he doesn't know you're there, you're behind him.
He doesn't realize that I tied up his feet?
I will give you... No, he hasn't even realized that he has rope around his feet yet. But I will give you this. He looks way healthier than he did 6 seconds ago.
Well, that's great. Man. I'm going to delay.
Okay.
Let somebody else with a bright idea go. I'll delay till after Shane's turn.
Sure. Flynn.
Can I see if I saw some of the burning silvery rays hitting them right from Ulfgar?
Yeah.
Can I discern whether or not the damage that was done by those rays is regenerating?
Sure, go ahead.
Hey.
Wow, nice. It's hard to tell if the injury itself is regenerating or not, but you know that when he got hit with that, it was the full the full blow he took, where it looks like anything else, he almost seems to shrug off as it hits.
Okay. It's not looking like there's much I can do. And what was done with the rope? Is there a rope at play at all anywhere here? I thought there was discussion about the rope.
Yeah, his feet are tied up, but he hasn't moved yet. He doesn't realize it is there because the skilled rogue tied him up.
Nice.
And Jax is on the ground because he tried to. He for some odd reason you saw him jump up in the air and land on the ground.
It's like a half backflip.
I want to keep a safe distance and delay until I see him try to make any kind of move.
Okay.
As in movement.
Jax, you're down, but you're up.
All right. I'd like to stand up, or at least just up to one knee.
Okay.
Or up in front of him, and then
give me a second.
I want to take a swing at his knees.
As you stand up, he comes across your face for 5 points of damage.
5. Right. I'm going to take my attack at his kneecaps.
Okay. Yeah, you hit him. He takes, part of his knee comes slumping off from that hit. And more importantly, he trips backwards. And very nimbly, Viking will jump out of the way, but he is now prone on the ground. Anybody who delayed wanted to wait, this is your opportunity.
Yep. Am I the only one?
Oh, yeah, Viking said he wanted to go after Ulfgar.
Okay. I'm gonna see that he's prone and charge forward, not charge action, but charge forward, all excited and happy like a little kid, and swing with a great axe.
You have advantage. Go ahead. Wow, there you go. Is that 8 with the critical?
That's 20 plus 6, it says.
No, I mean, your critical damage is 0, so...
Yeah, he didn't put anything in the crit damage.
Okay, yeah, must have rolled 4.
It's just...
Yeah.
Give me a...
roll.
Now, just do another great axe attack. We're just going to take the damage off of it then.
Okay, I see. I don't know why it's must not have the crit. There you go.
So, wow, 22 points of damage.
Nice.
You take a huge chunk out of him. This dude is looking hurt like a mofo. And Ulfgar, it is your turn.
Okay.
Am I saying that right, Ulfgar?
Yeah, Ulfgar.
Okay.
Ulfgar. Yeah, you're saying it right. I'm going to use Sacred Flames again.
Okay, so I gotta try to dodge that.
While laying on the ground.
You gotta do a deck save.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
Jeez.
I think I saved.
Yeah. Oh, wrong one. Oops.
But yeah, I saved.
Yeah, you passed. You passed
There's
that.
no way it's a DC 22.
No. Yeah, you just passed flying colors. So Ulfgar's a little disappointed in that.
But Viking, you were waiting until after Ulfgar?
Can I make a called shot to the area where Flynn just hit and try and get that exposed fleshiness?
You have advantage. I say if it's over a DC 15, you get it.
Okay. All right.
So I'll just use your attack roll as my DC number.
Okay. Do I still get sneak attack?
You do.
Sweet. Rolling with advantage. Sneaky poke. Poopsicle.
Well, you missed the spot, but you do hit him.
Okay.
And he screams out. You hear 4 other screams across the valley. And he bursts into flames, and the only thing that's still there is a sack.
Viking nudges Ulfgar. Says, go look in the sack.
Why don't you?
I'm covering your back.
All right.
I'll do it.
I'll go up to it.
Okay. As you grab the sack, two lines of fire appear. One going slightly out into the left, one going slightly out into the right. Again, you do still hear four very loud screams, and you look in the sack. There's an alchemy kit, 2 small cockroach figurines, 5 gold, 8 silver, 9 copper.
Okay, I'm gonna have to write that all down.
Hold on. I think I got it. Alchemy kit, 2 frog figurines.
2 small cockroach, yeah.
How many gold piece?
5 gold, 8 silver, 9 copper.
8 silver, 9 copper.
And don't forget the sack is there too. And also laying on the ground is leather armor.
Sack, alchemist.
And it looks like it still has some decaying skin on the inside of it.
How are we asking? Anybody wants the sack? You do?
Yeah.
I'll take it.
All right. Toss it to you.
All right. So I take the sack.
Alchemist.
As you look around and the screams are happening, the wandering souls all look scared, and now it is almost empty. Upon the spot where you saw the demon, the 2 flames are still sitting there, heading out in 2 directions from that spot. There is one soul that walks up to you, a short, raven-like being. He says in a very low whisper, "You have defeated a seal. You give this one hope. This one has traveled the valley for a long time, and never has this one known it possible that they could be killed."
It's what we do.
If it has flesh, it can be killed.
Yes, but I didn't know the masters could be killed.
I'm a specialist in the business of killing.
They all 5 of them seem to play and torture all the souls here, but they seem to stay in their respective areas.
5.
He'll poke one of you, and he'll go, "But you're not dead."
I did.
Pokes you again. He says, "Living souls never come here."
Viking says, no, not dead, but bringers of death. We are followers of Gomo.
He
Where are
seems
the
to
other 4?
shriek a little bit at Gomo. He says, in the valley, this one knows that you could find the other 4. We avoid the places." And he literally draws a circle on the ground and points at the area you're at. He creates 2 other points that seem to be perfectly left and right of the circle from that point. And then across the valley, he has 2 circles, or he puts in 2 marks that seem to be equal distance from the center, left and right, of where that was. And he goes, "They are here. They never move."
What's the significance of these places?
"These are where the masters are. That is all this one knows."
You say they don't move. I say we go change that.
Viking nods approvingly.
And he says, "You have given this one hope, but not a lot. I have been here so long I don't even remember my name." And he begins to walk away, having that defeated look like all the other souls did.
All right. So what the diagram he drew, does it look like the flame lines you're talking about? Do they head in that seemingly direction?
It looks like the two flame lines are going to on the opposite, the little ones left and right on the opposite end of the circle. If you guys want to give me an investigation roll.
Investigating the circles.
Actually, can I do an Arcana check on that or a history check?
The only other option I'll give you is religion.
Okay, that's my best part.
That would have been better for me.
For who?
For me, I rolled an 8.
Oh, Jax. So what? Don't change the roll. Just change the modifier. What's your new number?
13 for religion.
Plus, it's 13.
13. Flynn, of all people, reaches down and connects the dots, creating a pentagram.
That was the extent of it. No investigation. I was just playing connect the dots. Look, guys! I made a picture.
Can I do a
Pretty star.
history check if I know what kind of pentagram that he made?
No, having any kind of religion, you would know that a pentagram is a symbol of protection in many religions.
Okay.
Well, let's go find the rest of these masters and say hi.
I'm with him.
Would it do us benefit to take a rest?
Yes.
Here?
Well, we can have like guards and like we can just watch.
How long is a short rest? 4 hours?
No. Closer to about an hour.
Okay. I could use a short break.
He said break. Who's going to get him? Snap.
I see what you with the. No, not with that axe.
We'll leave you here at a short break then. Very good, everybody. Welcome to Meincoia. Guys, I will be sending you a digital circle and a digital map of what the thing looks like so you can have it at all times. Everybody else, you saw a picture today that was on the screen. That was on Pinterest to be used by Art EK92. He calls it Desert Town. Let me get my roll dice thing out of there. That is what I'm using as my representation of Sind, which I thought was pretty cool. Let me try to get the city more in there. And just for fun, let me bring the players over so they can see it.
Nice.
Indeed.
Oh yeah, talented artists. I love anybody who knows me knows I love artists.
Very cool.
But thank you for joining us for the first installation of Meincoia. These guys are hauling butt. I think they did pretty good. You guys went a little faster than I thought it would take. I thought there'd be some more sarcastic shit during the ceremonies. I like the sarcasm, though. That was pretty good. Anything anybody wants to plug? Now's the time.
I'm good. Thank you for the game. Well led.
I'm good.
Thanks for the game, Doc. Just hashtag adopt, don't shop.
You want to explain that hashtag?
Yeah, absolutely. My wife and I are advocates for rescue dogs, so it's always better to make sure that you visit your local shelter and find a pet there as opposed to going to a store and enabling puppy mills. So adopt, don't shop.
And look into puppy mills. I agree 100%. I think it's something Bros and Dragons Incorporated can't get behind. So, Jason?
No, I'm good.
Fine, be that way, you big a-holes. Bros and Dragons podcast comes out on the 1st and the 15th. We also had our first special outside of the character stories. We did a Halloween special. I hope everybody enjoyed that. We are working on a Christmas special. If you are watching this on either YouTube or the Twitch channel later on, I am looking for somebody for, I think it's Dwala. I do apologize if I ruin these things. I need to get in touch with you. I want you to be represented in our story. I need somebody who is Muslim who celebrates Ramadan. I think I have a Wiccan for the winter solstice one. But I do need, and what I want is stories from your religion, not traditions and stuff like that. I want the stories. I'm going to try to incorporate that as we have a Christmas special in the Elven area of Enon, where the guys will obviously, because they never prepare for anything, will mutter their way through a couple of puzzles. So. Any other religion that's out there that celebrates during the winter solstice holiday, I am more than welcome to put yours in there. There are right now a possibility of 12 rooms for that recording. So, as always, from everybody at Bros and Dragons, from the guys here, Shane, Mike, Dave, and Jason, myself, DM Doc, and again, everybody from Bros and Dragons Inc., we want you to keep it nerdy and remember to always live your dreams.
Night.
Holla.